Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, where you can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Firstgear TPG Monarch Ladies Adventure Jacket, available at RevZilla.com. So at a glance, the Firstgear TPG Monarch is the successor to the original TPG Monarch that came out around 2010. Big leap forward, complete aesthetic change. They're now going black, silver, or high vis, which I really like, but at its basis level, it's a 3 to 4 season technical shell. And the new stance from Firstgear for the TPG line is they're no longer doing mid layers, they're no longer doing removable liners. What they're doing is investing in shell and venting properties coupled with molecular armor. And this particular jacket, just like the rest of the TPG line, the Monarch or the Rainier for the men, the Escape overpants as well, it's using D3O T5 Evo Pro armor. It's molecular, it stiffens upon impact, it's very, very comfortable, but the beauty of the Evo Pro, which is the latest and greatest, is that it is temperature stable. At extreme cold and extreme heat, it keeps its protective and comfort properties. And that's something that the last generation of D3O did not do as well as the Evo Pro, and it's nice to see this showing at this jacket from Firstgear that's right around that $500 mark. So I'm gonna walk through a lot of the features, but first up, let's talk about fit. Allie is 5'10", 155. She's typically around a size 8 in a dress. She's going to be wearing a medium in Firstgear. Now, Firstgear is definitely an American cut. There's definitely the ability to cinch this guy, but there's room underneath because if you're going to stretch it into the cold, you're going to need to put a mid and a base layer on. So it gives you a little bit of extra room, but again, it's definitely on the larger side, and I think it fits about a half size large, typically than what you ladies might be assuming it would fit, even here in a medium. Now, if you have any questions, remember, give us a shout. We ship for free, and I would love to hear your gut reaction. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Let me know your comments, your questions, your concern. So let's dive into the outer shell. Let's dive into the materials now. We've already talked about the armor, molecular, super upgrade in the D3O armor. The outer shell is going to be a 320 denier material, which means it has a nice hand to it. It's micro ripstop, it's soft. And you might say, for an adventure jacket, is that going to be abrasion resistance enough? And what Firstgear has done is actually anywhere that's an impact area, shoulders, elbows, the back, which actually includes a Viper level 1 D3O piece of armor, which is a really nice upgrade that comes stock. But what you have is these impact areas, they're going to have a layer of Kevlar lining but behind the main construction fabric, which is a nice touch, giving you that bomb-proofedness. Also with the outer shell, they're using a bonded material called Kokona. It's a membrane, just like Gore-Tex, although Gore-Tex is the gold standard, but what Kokona does, it's waterproof and breathable, but your body heat allows it to accelerate the evaporation of moisture away from your body. You're dual sporting if you're working hard on your bike. And what it does is it's tuned for a perfect range of relative humidity, because what happens when you get uncomfortable, either get too sweaty, it becomes too humid, or God forbid, that turns into sweat that then turns into liquid on your body, and what it's going to do is get you cold and clammy in the wintertime. When you stop sweating, Kokona gives you that best chance for that heat and evaporative cooling or evaporative humidity transfer system. And that again is a new technology. Firstgear is the first manufacturer we're seeing using it, but again, we're excited. We have high hopes for it. Now, looking at some of the other properties, right? So we've talked about fall, winter, easy. You close your vents, you're good to go. Wintertime, you beef up your base layer. Now let's talk about summertime riding, because I am calling this 3 to 4 season jacket. Direct ventilation, I love that they did direct vents. On the chest, it's going to be 2 at the top. You can see them here done in red, YKK zippers throughout. And then Allie, turn to the side for me, give a quick side profile. What you're gonna see is a big back vent that's completely open, right? So down here on the back, big vertical back vent. Through that vent, I can feel that Viper back protector. But again, there's your airflow. Turn fully backwards for me, and notice a nice clean line here in the back, going down to a long drop seat. You have some adjustability. And then the other thing I want to mention is that it's a removable hood in the collar. I'm not going to pull it just now. And notice how the reflective piping goes all the way throughout. Come back around to the front for me. A lot of adjustability here in the TPG Monarch as well. So you're going to see here at the wrist, it's a set it and forget it wrist cuff. You have a forearm adjuster, and then you also have an adjuster here at the bicep, depending on what you're wearing underneath. There's also an adjustment. Turn face away from you one more time, then I'm going to bring you back. If you look right here along the hourglass here, right along the high hip or where your kidneys would be, that allows you to maintain the shape. Now come back around to the front for me, Allie. Unzip it for me really quickly. As Allie's breaking it down, notice the 2 dry pockets on the front. Notice it is a fleece-lined collar, and the way that this is constructed is that it is a waterproof material baked in, laminated to the outer shell. You're not going to be able to remove it, so notice that the way that they've done this, here's my main connection zipper. I now have a mesh liner on the inside, and I have fleece here along the top, and you even have that red Napoleon pocket there if you want to have that stash that's on the inside behind the waterproof breathable membrane. Thanks, Allie. So the next step in your journey is to click right here. Remember, 2 colors, the black and silver. You also have the day glow, they call, or the high vis version. Next step in your journey is read other hardcore lady rider reviews at RevZilla.com. Remember, you don't have to take my word for it. As always, we're going to ship for free. And if you want to talk to a gear geek, give us a shout. Talk to a lady gear geek. See us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the new TPG Monarch multi-season adventure jacket from Firstgear. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.